Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Starflames and we're back with another video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about DDG requesting permission from a judge to visit his son Halo while he's out there in Italy with his mom. As you guys can remember, the court appointed Halle Bailey primary legal custody, and that's temporary primary legal custody, which it means it's not permanent, it's only for a short period until they figure out the entire co-parenting situation between DDG and Halle Bailey. Now, do you guys remember when Halle had filed for all of that along with a restraining order and it was granted? After the restraining order was granted and the primary custody was granted to Halle, Halle used her attorney to mediate with DDG so that he could still have joint custody, irrespective of the fact that she got the sole legal temporary custody. After Halle's attorney made attempts to organize joint legal custody with DDG through a third party, DDG's attorney was not willing to negotiate that at all. Okay? So even when DDG is doing this, if his attorney had negotiated at that point, there would be no need for this. And I think that a lot of people are not following up with the actual legal documents, and as such, you'll see a disconnect. You may see a woman who wants to spite a man, but that's definitely not the case. Now, DDG in the court hearing today, because today was their court hearing. Remember, a lot of court hearings, they're being done through Zoom. So irrespective of Halle being in Italy, she was there via Zoom or her attorney. Because there's some sessions that you really don't need to be at. Your attorney can be there to represent you. So DDG is now looking to a judge to grant him the green light to visit his son Halo in Rome. What DDG is saying is that he wants to visit Halo by the end of the month, and he would like his mom to be the third party in the visitation. Now, let's pause for a bit, because remember, after Halle filed that restraining order and after she got the custody of Halo, remember it was DDG's mom who was on the internet consistently, we have to call this cyberbullying, because she was literally cyberbullying Halle Bailey. So as such, or let's say you don't see it as cyberbullying, but the mere fact that she went online and she directed her unpleasantries, because what she said, it was definitely an unpleasant thing for a grandmother to do. So she went online and she was like, everything Halle said is a lie, and y'all not gonna play about my son like that. You come for my son, you come for me. So after DDG's mom did all of that, in DDG and his mom's head and their attorney, what judge would grant a woman like that the right to be the third party supervisor, knowing that she has displayed signs of aggression towards Halle? No judge in their right mind would grant DDG's mom the right to be the third party supervisor, irrespective of the fact that, yes, Halle did give the child to the mom so that DDG could see him, even though she got the legal primary custody. Yes, she did make arrangements after DDG refused to mediate with her attorney. She still went ahead and made arrangements, and DDG saw Halo. DDG's mom was the one who picked up Halo, brought Halo to DDG, and he was on live, and he was so shocked to see Halo. All who saw that live stream knows that it is factual. But now he's asking the court to let his mom be the third party that supervise. Now, while it may seem, you know, as something as reasonable to a lot of people, to the legal system, it's not going to be something that the court allows, because what Halle's attorney is arguing is that DDG's mom has a history of enabling his alleged abusive behavior, including her constant social media posts about Halle and Halo. And they've been, every time they have Halo, the cameras are on. And Halle wants to stop that. Remember, Halle, went back and she got a restriction, a reinforcement against DDG, wherein Halo cannot go on a live stream with DDG or Halle or DDG's mom or any member from either party. So Halle has put an end to that, because Halle is saying, I gave the child to the mom, and that is why Halle went ahead and got that restraining or that restriction in place, because after her attorney tried to negotiate with DDG so that he could still see Halo, the grandmother took Halo and she handed Halo to DDG while he was on live. So Halle was like, here we go again. The same thing I'm asking them not to do. They're not being respectful to my wishes. So Halle had to file another court order to say Halo should not appear on any live stream. So as such, Halo cannot be on any more live streams. Now, as I've said, Halle has sole legal custody, and Halle's attorney is now pushing back on that because this is what Halle has always wanted as well. She has always wanted Halo to be in DDG's life, even when she was granted that sole custody. However, DDG, always wanting to have his way, pushed back on that. So now that he's saying to the court that he wants to visit his son in Italy, because Halle will be there filming for 2 months in Rome, Italy, to be specific. You know what this is given? It's given he's willing to make any excuse, and he's going to be tactful. He's going to be strategic, because that's how narcissism works. And especially when narcissists have enablers like their mom to enable their bad behaviors, they don't know what's a right versus a wrong. And besides that, he has other people on the internet that, boost him up to these type of behaviors. So, for example, when Halle was in Turks and Caicos with Chloe, and they were there just as sisters hanging out, and social media, said that it seems as though Halle was there with a man. DDG did not do due diligence to verify anything that social media was saying. And he knows better than anyone that social media is highly mischievous and extremely toxic. He didn't vet any of the information. He went ahead and he reached out to Halle and he started attacking her about having a man around their child. When he attacked her, Halle was calm and she was like, "No, I would never do that. That is not true. I would never do that to our son." Okay, rest assured. And she reassured him and she says, "Feel better soon." And she ended the conversation. So it goes to show that DDG will take every single thing as an opportunity to invade whatever Halle is doing. But then he's doing it in such a tactful manner that it appears as though he really wants to visit his son. Not saying he doesn't want to, but his ulterior motive here is also to spy on Halle while she's out there in Rome. And he's going to linger around town a few days to spy on her. That is exactly his intent. He's not done with this girl. He's going to give this girl hell, and he's going to use everything that he can to his advantage to ensure that he gives her living hell. And you know what Halle is going to have to do? She's going to have to prejudge his every move and just be strategic in protecting herself. So, for example, when he gets to Rome, she's going to have to beef up security and let the security know not to let down their guard for a second when it comes to DDG. Because I honestly believe while DDG is a good father, he can't be trusted when it comes to Halle. I believe that the more he has to wake up and realize that she's not there anymore, the more he's going to go out on a limb to hurt her. That's just my opinion. Well, anywho, guys, it's your time to chime in. Let me know what's your take. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you all in the comment section. Peace.